Next up at UFC 320.
No, we're gonna fucking no, absolutely not. We're gonna absolutely not.
All right. Next up at UFC 320, we have Daniel Santos taking on the public's favorite underdog this week, Joo Sang Yoo. Daniel Santos, 12-2 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, riding a 3-fight win streak, taking on Joo Sang Yoo, 9-0, undefeated in his career. He's looking for his second UFC win. Daniel Santos is exactly what you expect from a shoot-a-box fighter. He's very aggressive. His hair will not be this color come fight night. His chin's not great, but he will get dropped and pop right back up. He's got good jiu-jitsu, but it's old school jiu-jitsu where he'll hang out on his back trying to make something happen instead of trying to create a scramble. Wildly aggressive, does all the things. These shoot-a-box might be the only like carbon copy gym that's still out there where everybody fights. That and Nova Nyao. The two gyms where all their fighters basically fight exactly the same way. He is coming off that decision win over the Korean Tiger.
What about the fighting nerds? They all fucking losers.
Carlos Prates is the only one that's been able to rebound, and the others haven't had a chance yet, so we'll see. But Jean Silva looked phenomenal right before that finish, so I imagine he'll rebound pretty well.
Pants.
Joo Sang Yoo. Guy's a pretty good prospect.
He's what Sang Yoo?
Joo Sang Yoo. He's a pretty good prospect. If you just watch the fight tape, it's like, this guy is good. A fluid striker. He bounces on his toes. He closes range. He's got a wide stance, switches from southpaw to orthodox, mixes things up. I mentioned he's kind of like Poatan where the hands are low and he's looking for his spots, not getting crazy. Seems to have some good power. He can grapple as well. He's got some clean takedowns, good control. He's coming off that 28-second knockout win over Jekka Saragai. And I mentioned these stats on my quick picks video. 77% of people on Tapology are picking Joo Sang Yoo. But the odds are obviously in the other direction, and they're widening. I know these say minus 150 to minus 142, but when I broke this down 2 days ago, it was minus 120 something. So the money's coming back in on Daniel Santos. So where the money is going and where the public are pretty split here, and that makes it kind of a tricky spot. But I'm on the money side. To watch Joo Sang's fight tape and leave that and saying he could definitely do this at the UFC level is a giant leap. He obviously looks phenomenal. He's beating the shit out of people, but Jekka's not a UFC fighter. Daniel Santos has beaten UFC fighters. I've seen him grapple. I've seen him strike. I've seen him in short fights. I've seen him in long fights. I trust Daniel Santos at this point. He's going to be the pick. Maybe an inside the distance decision, no action, although Joo is super dangerous. This might be a sneaky under round line. Like, this fight can go a lot of different directions, but I do think Daniel Santos is going to be the winner. What do you think, Jacoby?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Willie Cat. That's Daniel Santos. I know this guy, Yoo, and, you know, I kind of called that on the dot his last fight versus Jekka. As you mentioned, Jekka's really not that dude. And when you look at Yoo's, I know people think that he's like this crazy, dangerous, like fucking powerful striker who's knocking everybody out. Look at his record. Decision versus a 2-6 guy. Decision versus a 25-26 guy. Decision versus a guy that, and listen to this record, 35-25-11. I looked at this guy's record. Right now, this guy's 40-30-14. He has 14 draws. How is that even like a fucking? Now I'm looking at it, and they're like
must
actual
have been a lot of
like
only finish to win fights.
Yeah, so I mean it's crazy, but he's going to decisions for another decision versus 18-7 guys. So I know like he had the knockout, he had the knockout versus Jekka, but he's not this guy that's just like on the regional scene, like just putting everybody away. So I think the power and the danger is a little bit overrated. If there is a finishing upside, I do think it's on the Daniel Santos side. This guy is balls to the fucking wall. His last fight was a short notice, up in weight. Now he's staying at 145, so he should look a little bit cleaner. He was a little bit soft in that fight. But he came in, short notice, up in weight against another very, dangerous Korean striker, the Korean Tiger, Jung Young Lee, and really just took it to him. He kept the pace. His boxing is really, he is not like I know he is kind of like the shooter box guy, and he's got the toughness and the grappling, whatever, but he's one of the rare guys that actually has really clean boxing. His hands are right here. He's got good head movement. He's nice and tight with the boxing. He works the body. He will throw 3 or 4 5-punch combinations. He's not just kind of the Muay Thai throwing the one shot at a time. Good defensively. We've seen that he's tough as well. And in that fight, he showed incredible fight IQ. His boxing was clean. He was hurting Jung Young Lee. He was pushing the pressure. And as he felt himself, probably internally, start to slow down because of the short notice in that, boom, he just goes to the wrestling. He gets a couple takedowns. He starts getting the control. In this fight, Joo Sang Yoo is a guy that wants to fight clean. You saw that in the Jekka fight. He wants to hands low, kind of wait, counter strike, wait for you to come in. He is just way too clean to fight a guy like fucking Willie Cat, who's going to be in his face, good defensively, good head movement, throwing combinations, and can mix in some wrestling as well. So I know that people, I didn't realize that people, I'm very surprised, honestly, that people like you that much. I think Willie Cat should be minus 200. Yeah, I think Willie Cat should be minus 200. This guy is overrated power. I know he looks the part, but Willie Cat's a tough kid. Honestly, he's a better boxer. Gonna have the pressure. Can mix in the wrestling as well. The better grappler. I'm gonna be all over Willie Cat here. I'm trying to figure out how I want to bet it. I showed you that bet earlier today about the inside decisional action. I think that's a great play for Willie Cat, but I think just the money line play is really good value.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised you're on that side as well. I mean, not really, I guess. I guess I was surprised at how much
Willie
of the
Cat's
public...
fucking good.
I agree. I was just shocked at how much of the public was on the other side.
He knocks
I was
out
like,
Jekka, and like all of a sudden he's like this fucking killer. Like, just look at his resume. What are we doing?
And speaking of the Jekka knockout, Tom in Colorado, who I believe is Thomas Rinker. Thomas always sends us letters, right? He sends letters to the P.O. Box. I'm not going to show all these because this does not have his address in it, right? This entire binder is all the mail we've ever gotten on mail day. I save everything. So I appreciate your letters. Tom in Colorado said 12.86 strikes landed per minute. Wow. That's Joo Sang Yoo's stat. That is an extrapolated stat, meaning Joo Sang Yoo knocked out Jekka Saragai in 28 seconds. And in doing so, he landed 6 strikes. So they said 28 seconds, that's not a minute. Let's extrapolate this out to a minute. And once they do that, it ends up as 12.86. So that's how the stats work. They don't, if you didn't fight a full minute, they have to divide it or multiply it, depending on where you're at. Jacob and I are on the same side here. There is some value left if you're on that side as well. Minus 142 is not an insane number. Maybe it's worth a sprinkle. $8,300 in DraftKings Fantasy. If you think he gets it done, maybe with the takedowns, maybe with the striking, maybe it's just 15 minutes, but he's very, very busy. $8,300 is a decent price point for a guy that is established and has been fighting at this level for a while. If you want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool, if you want to see what the optimizer has to say, what the fight simulator has to say, if you want to see what the artificial intelligence has to say, WeWantPicks.com, click become a member at the top.